Hi, I'm Margaret Lewin and welcome to Margaret Lewin Quilting. Recently I was watching one of my favorite YouTubers who is Jennifer Ross. She's with Pretty Neat Living and I'll link to her YouTube channel below. She does a lot of organizational stuff, or at least she did a couple years back. In the last year she's documented having her little girl who was born, I think it was last December. But anyhow, great channel. I enjoy watching it. Well, while she was going through some of her baby things, she had this little square of fabric that made this sound, and I'm going to see if I can move it around. Can you hear that crinkling sound? Somebody, I think, had sent it to her, or she had been given it as a shower present. I can't remember exactly what it was. But I saw that and I thought, oh my Lord, I know exactly what that is and how to make them. So I quickly made up one, and I'm going to make another one. I'm actually going to make two more while we're sitting here. One that's distinctly for a little girl and one that's for a little boy. Here's the little boy fabric and here's the little girl fabric. So I thought I would show you how to make these. So what you need to start out with is a 6-inch square of fabric. I'm using flannel. You don't have to use flannel, but I really like the feel of flannel. I had scraps and I thought, perfect way to do it. The next thing you need, you're not going to believe what it is. It is the inside cereal bag that comes in a cereal box. So one of these bags, wash it out good, get it good and dry. If you don't have a cereal bag, then this is a baby wipe container. And what you'll be doing if you're using the baby wipe container, you'll be cutting this hard piece away that clamps down to keep the baby wipes moist. So that's all you need for the inside. So again, you're going to need either a cereal bag or a wipes bag, okay? 2 6-inch squares of fabric. All right, I have cut a piece that is 6 inches by, must be 6 by 12 inch rectangle. I'm going to fold my rectangle in half. All right, so here's my two different colorways. This is a little boy fabric and this is the little girl fabric. And here's my sample of what it is that we're going to make. So the first thing that I'm going to do is take these two fabrics and I'm going to sew them all the way around, right sides together, okay? Now, this is my little plastic that's gonna go inside of here. I'm actually not gonna stick it in right this minute because I don't want it to be perfectly flat on the inside. So I'm gonna take my two pieces, put them right sides together, and I'm going to stitch. I'm going to start here. I'm going to stitch all the way around 1/4 of an inch, and then I'll come back and I'll stop right here. So I'm going to have an opening right in the center here, and it's about, what, 3 inches maybe? Yeah, about a 3-inch opening I'm going to have. I'm going to do that on both, and then I'll be back. All right, I've sewn the two pieces right side together. The next thing I'm going to do is just clip my corners. And clipping your corners, the only thing that does is really gives up that bulk in the center or in the points so that you can easier turn it right side out. And that's really the only reason for clipping your corners. And when you do it, just don't catch your line that you sewed so that it's good. So once I've done that, I'm going to turn it right side out. And then I'm going to take it over and I'm going to press it. And let me get this turned around. And I'm going to grab, you're not going to believe what I'm using. So I'm turning this right side out. And I have grabbed a bamboo skewer. They're used a lot of time for making shish kebabs or anything like that. And all I'm doing is taking my fingers and pushing it around on the inside And then I'm gonna take the flat end. I'm gonna take the flat end of my shish kebab, my stick here, and I'm just gonna push those corners out. And the reason why I don't do the point is because the point will really go right through the center, right through the point. And you just don't wanna do that because then you're gonna have a hole. And we're not looking for holes in our bag. We're looking to actually seal them right up. So I'm gonna do that on all of them, all 4 corners. Then I'm gonna take this and I'm going to fold it under and fold it under. So remember when I sewed all the way around, I created a 1/4 of an inch extra here, so I got a little opening. And when I press this, I'm gonna press that right down. For right this second, I'm finger pressing it. Take it over the ironing board and I'll press them and be back in just a second. I've got all my corners clipped. I turned it right side out and I've pressed them both, okay? Next step is you're gonna take your piece of mine. I'm actually using a cereal bag, and I'm just gonna fold it up and I'm going to stuff it in the opening. And I'm just gonna kind of feel it around to get it to lay down. I don't want it perfectly flat because I like the fact that it makes some noise, all right? The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to top stitch about 1/8 of an inch all the way around all 4 edges. And the first thing that that's gonna do is that's going to finish it off for me, and it's gonna seal up my opening that I use to turn it right side out. I'm gonna do that with both of these. So you can see what I'm doing. I folded it in half and then in half again. I'm sticking it inside of the bag. And then I'm just putting my hand in there to kind of flatten it out a little bit. I do need the center a little bit flat, but not perfectly flat. It's okay if it's not perfect. And again, I'm just gonna top stitch all around. So I have top stitched all the way around both of them. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to just top stitch lines right here in the center. I'm just gonna make an X with my sewing machine, and I'm going to do it on both of these. And I'll explain why once I've done it. So that is it. Now, the reason why I've sewn the little X in the center is because I want to be able to throw this in the washing machine. Babies drool all over things and they put things in their mouth. In a toy, especially like this, that makes such wonderful noise, we want them chewing on it and playing with it. So we absolutely want them to be able to have something that's clean. So you will be able to throw this right into the washer, right into the dryer. I don't put mine on high heat, but I do put them on pretty warm. And if they come out and I don't think that they're 100% dry yet, I just set them on top of the dryer for a day or so and then they'll dry out. So that's all there is to making those little teethers. And they're great. These are fantastic little shower present add-ons. So that's it. So I hope you enjoyed my little tutorial on how you go about making these wonderful little teethers. All it takes again is 2 6-inch pieces of fabric, and I did use flannel, an empty package of baby wipes, any type that you use. This is actually from my daughter, or a cereal bag. And I used a cereal bag on mine, and they're great. So thanks so much for joining me. I hope you're having a great day. Bye.